All right, we start this December 18th, 2023 on my cat, Edmund Tuxedo Cassavetes. It's actually now Edmund Tuxedo Scratchy Cassavetes. And he's gonna take a trip off this comfortable bed and out of the room. Linda doesn't really mind him sleeping there, but when I leave, I keep this door shut. All right, kitty, you know what to do. You've got the scratching post right here. And don't forget about your cat condo. It's got 2 levels in it. A lot of cats don't have that. And then you have your well-shark tunnel to play in, okay? And have a good day. I got delivery to do. It's 65 degrees Fahrenheit, and we're dealing with 204,703 miles on the odometer, and it's December 18th, 2023. All right, December 18th, 2023, as the recording of this for the Please Subscribe show. I am Cole Spivey. This is the Cole Spivey channel. Linda and I started the Please Subscribe show about 3.5 years. I've been legally married twice, and now Linda and I are married under the blood of the Lamb. So that's how I see it. I think it was God who introduced us, and this is going on. This whole thing is happening for a reason. I did get to watch a little bit of. I did get to watch more of Rear Window, and yeah, I do believe it's like voyeurism, and Hitchcock was probably commenting maybe on the vlog, maybe, but you know, Hitchcock, he was the master of suspense. So anyway, I watched as much as I could of it, and I fell asleep, so I'm gonna try to watch more. Jimmy Stewart and Grace Kelly are great. It's a 1954 film, and they're showing it for free on YouTube, so check it out. And I hope you've been enjoying the vlog. If anyone's been following the vlog for like 3 years, please make a comment, even if it's one person. I'm just curious, because sometimes we do have people that comment. Also, just to let you know, we do leave our PayPal in the description, so feel free to give this season holiday. And also, supposedly, you can become members on this channel. Also do a thanks. I did check on that. You can do that, and you can give those same amount on a thanks, which is very similar to having a membership. I did see the thanks thing on there, so you just hit the button on thanks and it'll tell you how much that you want to give. Right now, we don't have any members, but we do have subscribers. So I think we're up to like 730 plus subscribers right now. So that's something, okay? It's not everything, okay? Oh, this is cool right here. I can smell the grass being cut right there along the highway. I got another one right over here. It smells literally like, you can kind of tell by the way I'm talking, it's like thick smell of grass along the highway that they're cutting. All right. So when I was in high school, and even in college, the Ridgely would play all the art movies. It was kind of an art house theater. Things like Naked Lunch, Gus Van Zant's My Own Private Idaho, Harvey Keitel's Bad Lieutenant, all the real harsh films, you know. But you could go to the Ridgely, and they would usually show like 2. There was 2 movie places. They had an extension. There was a documentary there called My Brother's Keeper. All kinds of crazy stuff. now it's called the Paradox Church, and also it's a punk rock venue. A lot of punk rock bands have. That's where I got assaulted right there. Yeah, they do punk rock shows there now every once in a while. It's very rare, but they do bring them in. It's like a live venue place. It's been that way for, I would say, since the late 90s too. And theater shows too. I think they've done theater shows there as well. Not a whole lot. Then I think they had Rocky Horror Picture Show playing there as well. All right, so I did some research. So I did research on Lightscape, and some of it is probably vlog friendly, and then some of it they're going to be playing like Mariah Carey music, or hang on, give me a second. Sharp chalk, which should be sharp on the big black block, whether the weather be cold or whether the weather be hot, or whatever the weather we like it or not. The big black bug, but the big black bear, the big black bear bled blood. A big bug bit a big black bear, and the big black bear bled blood. A big black bug bit a big black bear, and the big black bear bled blood. Susie sells seashells by the seashore. Susie sells seashells by the seashore. Okay, we're kind of ready about it now. Lightscape, you can purchase a ticket. I think if you're not a member of BG, which is Botanic Garden, I think it's $30 or around that price. If you are a member, then it's $18. There's a 15-minute slot thing. So that's all I know about that. I don't know how long it takes to go through it, but they serve hot cocoa, cookies, dessert. The hot cocoa, for an example, is like $6. I saw a vlog in San Diego and in Los Angeles of Lightscape. So it is an international thing. They bring it into different gardens. I don't know how much like commercial music they play, but I know they, according to this one vlogger that I subscribe to out in California, there is some of that. So you have to kind of talk over it, or you would have to edit it out. Or he replaced it with other music that was vloggable. So they do have that. So I think what's going to happen in the future is they're probably going to have things that are vloggable. You know, they'll have aspects that you can go in and vlog stuff without it being hit with a copyright. So we probably won't be going this year, probably because of budgeting more than likely, and also I would have to do a lot of editing around it, and it's frustrating. It's frustrating to go into an event and then have all this copyright music playing and knowing that you're not going to really be able to use it unless you silence everything. There's Casa Mañana, and they're still playing the best Christmas pageant ever in Seussical Musical. Seussical Musical, or the Seussical Musical, is about Dr. Seuss. No more Christmas trees right now. They're sold out at Farrington Field. And the Modern Art Museum is still there as well. I don't know what they're celebrating for the Christmas time, because I'm always on the other side of this road where the sign is, but I'll try to zoom in and kind of take a peek. Couldn't see anything on that one, but they're I don't know, they're going to celebrate something. They sometimes do celebration of Christmas. They bring in Christmas music and stuff. I once played an elf there on Christmas time, so they do celebrate Christmas. All right, first delivery, 6:12 p.m., 11 minutes, 4.1 miles. All right, since I had to listen to it so many times on YouTube, I went out and bought the song from Apple Store. And there's the beautiful Modern Art Museum Christmas lights. But back to the song. Yeah, Midnight Oil, they came out with an album called Diesel and Dust, I believe. I want to say it was 1986 or 87. The next album they came out with that was popular was 1990. But anyway, the two songs are Beds Are Burning, and the other one is called The Dead Heart. So I bought The Dead Heart, and it starts off with So in Midnight Oil's song, the Dead Heart, it starts with, "We don't serve your country, don't serve your king. Know your customs, don't speak your tongue. White men come take everyone." The cool thing about the song is that it's almost like he's split into two different people. I don't know the ancestry of Peter Garrett, but he's speaking on behalf of the Aborigines of Australia. But he's also, I don't know exactly if he's Aborigine. I'd have to find that out. But it's a very strange song, and I've done some research on his past. He had a pretty intense past as a teenager. He lost his father. His father died when he was, maybe like a teenager or so, or a young kid, I think. And his mom, the house caught on fire, and he was able to get out of the house, and his mom was succumbed to the fire. It's a true story. It happened to him when he was younger, before Midnight Oil even happened, or even before he even became part of it. He's a very emotional person, but that's very almost like a Greek tragedy that happened in his life, and it's just amazing that he for one thing, that he survived. I don't know the intensity of it or where it happened. I'm sure it was Australia. From there, he was able to keep his life together, and he was able to eventually start a band. He responded to the band was actually created by a guy named Hirsch. He was a drummer. You notice there was a lot of drumming in Midnight Oil. And Hirsch sent out an ad for a singer, and he responded to that ad. I don't know where the ad was sent, but Peter Garrett responded to it. They had already started the band, and they needed a singer, and they chose Peter Garrett. But Hirsch was an avid drummer and wanted to start a band, and he was behind the band, I think, in 1971 or so, maybe even earlier. And they formed in 1972. This song came out more than a decade later, so it was almost 15 years of struggle, and they finally hit it big with Beds Are Burning. And the second number, of course, was I'm talking about popular, like top 10 chart, was The Dead Heart. It did very well in the charts. I think I have to go back and look on billboards and stuff, but I know it did well because I used to listen to it all the time in high school. It was popular. But it's amazing that he could pick himself up and continue on in life, and it's a beautiful story, and it's the triumph of wanting to live, and then of course also creating art, which is music, and using his voice to do it. I know I was being funny, but there's a serious side to it. Because his voice is very unique and everything. There's a lot of unique singers, but I like it. That's why I sing to it. All right. My favorite thing about watching vloggers is memory, and this is where I grew up. This area as a young man, growing up to try to understand life, and I began writing, I think, probably maybe like at the age of 17. I wanted to start a band in Keller, and I didn't have the greatest relationship, a balanced, healthy relationship with my dad, but I do love him, I do care about him. But I may not have understood that kind of relationship between father and son, maybe. I don't know why it didn't go down. But when I was living in Keller, we wanted to have this band that sounded like REM kind of thing. We were thinking about calling our band 9 Minutes to Live, because one of the drummers, I think, or I don't remember the guy. I don't remember which guy it was. The drummer or the backup guitar or whatever we had. I actually was going to play the keyboards and sing. He saw a message on a Taco Bell thing that's, so if someone's choking, I think the longest they have to live is 9 minutes or something. So it was going to be called 9 Minutes to Live, and we only had 2 rehearsals. Then I moved here to Fort Worth, and I got involved in the theater. I was able to go to rehearsals, make the grades I needed to make. I lived right down this street right here. This is Willing Street off of Ryan Avenue. Oh, actually, you know what? This is Ryan Avenue, sorry. It was down the other street. It's right here. This street right here. Parallel to this one, sorry. I used to drive down this road. And I was able to go to rehearsals, and it led to a scholarship, and it led me to go all the way to New York to study at the Actors Studio. I was very fortunate to be able to even step into that place. And I've always loved the theater and music too. Let's see where we're going here. Okay. Yeah, this is like right around the corner where I was. Ooh, look at this thing right here. Now I'm delivering pizza. All these lamps.